B-O-P, come bop along, explore with me. B-O-P, come bop along with me. B-O-P, come bop along, explore with me. B-O-P, come bop along with me. Bop!
Hi, I'm Bop. Would you like to come and explore with me today? Yeah? I'm so excited. You won't believe what's just arrived. Would you like to go and have a look? Caterpillars! Yeah, lots of little baby caterpillars. They've just hatched out of their eggs and were sent up to us in the post. I know. Can you see all the little brown stuff at the bottom of their jar? That's their food. So they'll have all the food they need to grow big and strong, because what do caterpillars turn into? Butterflies, that's right. Big, beautiful butterflies. And the way they do it is amazing. And we're going to watch it happen together. Isn't that exciting? Yeah. Shall we have another little look at our caterpillars? They're so interesting. Can you see? It looks like there's been a little spider in their jar, doesn't it? Yeah, there's lots of little webbing all around. But there hasn't been a spider in our jar. Nope, no little incy-wincy spider's been in there. Caterpillars can spin web as well. I know, I never knew that before. Isn't it amazing? Do you know why they do it? They do it for a few different reasons. One reason is to protect themselves from predators. Do you know what predators are? That's right, other animals that want to eat the caterpillars, because they make a yummy lunch or dinner for some birds, don't they? They would. So they can hide themselves by spinning their web over the top of themselves and hide inside a leaf so that they won't get eaten. They also do it to maybe make a nice little bed for when they're sleeping at night. They can kind of wrap themselves up in their webbing in a leaf to have a little snooze. What do caterpillars like to do the most? Yeah, they like to eat. So our caterpillars are going to eat all of that food on the bottom and grow nearly 10 times the size that they are now. So they start really little and then they get really big and full of lovely food. And can you also see there's things in our jar that look kind of like maybe it's caterpillar poo, little black things. It's actually not caterpillar poo. They shed their skin, or their exoskeleton is actually what it's called. Because we have our bones inside our body, don't we? The hard bits, and then we're covered in our flesh and our skin. But caterpillars and other insects have exoskeletons, which means they have their big armor bit, like their bones, is on the outside. So a caterpillar, to get bigger, needs to, like you change your clothes. When you get bigger and grow taller, it needs to change and shed its exoskeleton so that it can grow even bigger. Isn't that amazing? I know a little rhyme about some caterpillars. Would you like to do it with me? Yeah? What you need is your hand and your other finger. This is your caterpillar and this is going to be your ground. Are you ready? Should we do it together? Caterpillar on the ground. Caterpillar crawl around. Hide away in your cocoon. Don't forget to come back soon. What do they come back as? Butterflies, that's right. And what did the rhyme say that they go into to change into a butterfly? Shall we listen to it again and see if we can find the word? Are you ready? Get your ground. Get your caterpillar. Caterpillar on the ground. Caterpillar crawl around. Hide away in your cocoon. Don't forget to come back soon. Did you hear the word? Cocoon, that's right. Do you know another word that we use for that as well? Chrysalis. Yeah, they go into their chrysalis and transform. They completely change. All their cells go and completely change and they become a butterfly. Isn't that amazing? It's been a few days And they've grown so much. Can you see how big they've gotten? It's amazing, isn't it? And they've been eating all of their food, and we can see that they've shed more of their exoskeletons, haven't they? Because they've had to change their clothes more than once, because they're growing so big. Can you see the way that they move? They bunch up their little body and have to kind of wriggle along, don't they? Those little bits of the caterpillar's body are called segments. And they actually breathe through little holes in the side of their bodies called spiracles. That's how they breathe. The next thing they're going to do is they're going to crawl up to the top of the jar, and then they hang in a little shape like the letter J. J for jar. They hang in the J shape, and then they form their chrysalides. They harden up and get ready to transform. Then we have to do a big job together, and I hope you'll spur me on. We have to clean up any frass, they call it. So those little bits of webbing or any other little muck like bits of food or exoskeleton, we need to make sure we clean them off really carefully so that they don't harm them when they try to come out of their chrysalis. So let's check back in again soon. Hopefully they'll be in their chrysalides next. I'm so excited. They've crawled up onto the top of the jar lid and they're in their J shape and they're all in their chrysalides. So now we have to open up the jar very carefully because we haven't been allowed to open it before because it might have let in some germs and it would have made the caterpillars sick. But now that they're in their chrysalides, we open up our jar and we have to clean off the silk and frass really carefully and tidy them all up before we put them in our butterfly habitat. I'm so excited. Now, when we start to do it, sometimes they wiggle and jump about all over the place and it can give you a bit of a fright. The first time I did it, I got quite a shock. But it's their way of protecting themselves, again, from our big word, predators, the other animals that might like to eat them. So they jiggle about to say, hey, don't eat me. Hey, you don't want to eat me. But don't worry, they're okay and they'll settle down once they're in their habitat. So let's get started. Well done! That was exciting, wasn't it? Now that they're all safely in their butterfly habitat, would you like to come and do a caterpillar craft with me? Yeah, you'll need paper and paints. So we are going to finger paint a little caterpillar friend. You need paper and some paints. I've chosen green and orange. What colours are you going to use? So the first thing we do is you get your thumb and you're going to dip it into one of your colours for the head. A big squidgy dip of paint and splodge it down on your paper. That's our big caterpillar head. So now you want to take one of your fingers and I'm going to go for my different colour now. I'm going to do orange for the first segment of the caterpillar's body. So I'm going to alternate my colours, get a little bit of green for my next bit of the body. And then I'm going to go back for some orange. You could do more than two colours, couldn't you? You could do loads of different colours and you could mix colours together as well. How many segments should we give our caterpillar? How many have we done so far? I have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. That seems like quite a lot, doesn't it? We didn't count on our caterpillars how many segments are in their bodies. Maybe you could try and count how many segments they have on their body. Now, I think I've done enough segments on my caterpillar, so I'm going to get my pencil and I'm going to do some little legs. I'm going to draw some little legs alongside each segment. So I'm doing 2 legs per segment. You can do as many legs as you want to. Anything goes when you're making a picture, doesn't it? You can do whatever you think looks brilliant. So I've done my little legs, and I'm going to give him little antenna at the top of his head. And then I'm going to take my finger that doesn't have any paint on it and see if I can try and do 2 little eyes and a little smile by scraping away some paint. This is my finished picture of our little caterpillar friend. Will you please send us pictures of your paintings of your caterpillars? Your grown-up can find us on Facebook or Instagram at BopTime and send us pictures. We'd love to see them. We hope you enjoyed our little caterpillar episode, and don't forget to look out for our part 2 butterfly episode where our caterpillars will transform and emerge as butterflies. I can't wait. See you soon. Bye!
B-O-P, come bop along, explore with me. B-O-P, come bop along with me.